it's Sheila, and thanks for stopping by Yoga by Sheila. I'm here with my trusty dog, Hannah, at Kernersville Yoga and Massage. The studio is located in Kernersville, North Carolina. If you like what you see here, please do me a favor and hit that little like button below. If you want to see more content, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions regarding your own yoga practice or areas that you would like help with, please send me a message. Let me know. I'd love to see if I can help. All right, well today I wanted to focus on using the chair again. I really value the chair as a prop. It gives so much support and it's such a versatile prop, and almost everyone has a chair at home. A really good resource for these folding metal chairs I have found is Target. This one came from Target. It's several years ago that I bought it. It was right around the neighborhood of $10, and my sons just knocked out the back with a rubber mallet, and then we kind of sanded these little edges to make it smoother. You don't have to go to all this trouble. I was just sharing where I got mine. All right, but today I wanted to use a chair for the practice and focus on the lower body, focusing on the feet, ankles, knees, hips, and we'll be using a belt along with the chair. Before we start the practice, I picked an ornament off of the chakra tree. This ornament has an affirmation or a mantra that I thought was really fitting for this practice. I am grounded in gratitude. I am grounded in gratitude. So let's begin. Sit on the maybe towards the front edge of your seat, so that your buttock bones are supported well and your spine is able to lengthen. Have the feet underneath the knees. And now, either with eyes open or closed, join me. Start bringing awareness to your breath. Just feeling how the breath moves in and out of the body. And how the body responds to the breath. Bring your awareness to the heart center. The heart center is that place in the middle of the chest, the heart chakra, anahata. And feel the breath moving through your heart center. On the inhale, heart center expands a little more each time. Each time you inhale, expansion in the heart. Now let's invite the feeling of gratitude. Invite the feeling of gratitude right into that heart center. Sometimes in life we're faced with challenging times or sad times, and it might be difficult to feel grateful or to think about anything to be grateful for. in times like that, it can be helpful to recall a memory when you felt so incredibly thankful. Invite the memory in using your senses, images, sounds, smells. And once that feeling is in the heart center, allow it to grow. And as the gratitude grows and expands, the memory can dissolve. With each in-breath, gratitude increasing, growing. And with each exhalation, let's begin moving that gratitude throughout the body. Flowing up into the head, and the face. Flowing down to the shoulders, arms, hands. Flowing down into the belly, legs, and feet. Feel your feet, grounded in gratitude. Thank you, feet, for all the steps you've taken. Thank you for all the times you've held me up. Thank you. And now let's inhale. Exhale and bow the head. Open your eyes and lift your head. Bring your arms up and overhead. Interlace the fingers and press your palms up. As the palms reach up, the buttock bones reach down. And even feel the feet pressing into the floor. Lower your arms and twist to your right. And bring your arms up in the center and twist to your left. And face the front. Okay, I'd like to begin with some ankle pumps. For this, I'm going to add a little bit of cushion under my feet. If you're sitting and you have the mat the long ways, that might be enough cushion for your heels. My mat is positioned a little differently, so I'm going to bring a blanket under my heels. So just extending the legs out from you, begin pumping your feet. Just pumping at the ankles, like pressing on a big pedal. Just a fun little trivia fact. When we point the feet, this is plantar flexion. And when we pull the toes back towards the shin, dorsiflexion. Plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. You never know, that could come in handy one night at trivia. I like playing on a trivia team. I don't really contribute much. One of these days, I think they'll have an anatomy category though, and maybe I'll be helpful then. All right, now start making big circles with the ankles. Big circles. As big as you can. You could do this like that, taking the feet in opposite directions, but I'm going this way in the same direction. And now let's switch. Circle, circle, circle. A great time to do ankle pumps and ankle circles is right before you get out of bed in the morning. Because the feet are usually, hopefully, the first thing that gets you out of bed and stand on the floor. So it's nice to get the ankles and feet ready. All right, next we are going to do a little knee to chest exercise. This helps increase circulation into the legs and lubricates the knees and hip joints. So inhale, your arms overhead. Exhale, draw the right knee to your chest. Good, inhale up. Exhale, left knee to chest. Nice, sweep the arms up, inhale. If it bothers your knee to hold the shin, maybe hold onto the back of the thigh. Pull the knee to chest, inhale up, and left knee. One more, each side. Now, we're going to reach the arms up on an inhale. Exhale, hold behind that right thigh and just do some small circles. Start with smaller circles. You can gradually make them a little bigger. And let's go the other way. All right. Left side. Bringing that thigh bone close to the torso, little circles. Starting with smaller circles, and then gradually increasing that range of motion. Now let's go the other way. All right, let's place the left foot down and get your belt. Now this next part, you don't have to do. I'm just picking up my foot so you can see where to place the belt. So right here, where the arch and the heel come together, that's where we're going to place the belt. Right there. Extend that right leg out. Belt is around the head of the heel. I'm working with a straight right knee. This might be enough of a stretch on the back of that right leg. If you have a little bit more flexibility in the hamstrings, you can start tipping at the pelvis. So I'm tipping my pelvis forward. I'm not rounding forward with my head and shoulders first. Keeping the chest nice and open. Could take a little moment here to spread your toes. All right, let's switch to the left side. I'm practicing with one leg straight at a time. That way this other leg here, I can have the knee bent and foot on the floor for stabilization. Tipping that pelvis forward. Whew. Yep. One side of the body typically will feel tighter than the other side. It's different from person to person. I do want to mention though, if you feel pain across the back of your knee joint, please back out of the stretch a little bit. We don't want to feel pain back there. We just want to feel a stretching sensation in hamstrings. The hamstrings are a muscle group located between the buttock bone and the back of the knee. All right. Now, we're going to go to the right side and shift the belt position to the ball of the foot. Bringing the toes even more towards your shin. This placement of the belt helps put the focus more on the calf muscles. Every time we take a step, those calf muscles work. Couple more breaths here. How's it going, Hannah? Release. Hannah's favorite pose is Shavasana. She's really good at it. All right, so around the ball of the left foot and just draw those toes towards the shin. Keeping the heart nice and open. Couple more breaths here. Alrighty, you can release the belt and just set it off to the side. Let's come to standing for a few moments. I'm gonna move this blanket out of the way and bring the chair forward. Tadasana first. Tadasana is standing mountain pose. You stand either with your feet hip distance apart or big toe mounds together. Nice firm quadriceps, engaged lower belly muscles to support a neutral pelvis. Open chest. Feel your feet. Let's move into Trikonasana, triangle pose, using the chair. I really like to use the chair for triangle pose because, I may have mentioned this earlier, it's a really stable prop, but it's also really modifiable. There's probably a better adjective for that, but it's not coming to me right now. Step your feet about 4.5 feet apart. Turn the right leg and foot 90 degrees so that the toes and the center of the thigh are facing the short end of the mat. Angle the left heel back slightly and look down. Make sure that the right heel, when it goes straight back, intersects the left arch. Bring your arms up, inhale. As you exhale, reach out over that right leg. You're hinging right here at the hip crease. That's where you see my right fingers pressing into that hip crease. And I'm just going to stop here with my right hand on the top of the chair back. This gives me a moment to really feel the length in the right side waist. On the next exhale, move that right hip crease away from the chair back. As the muscles begin to release a little bit, I can maybe take the hand a little lower on the chair. Feel your feet beneath you, your strong legs. On the next inhale, reach through the top arm and come out. Turn the feet towards parallel, step them together. Pause for a breath. And let's move the chair to the other side. If you're at a place and you don't have a chair with you, that's okay. You can always use blocks or you can put the hand on the shin. Left toes point forward, but I imagine if you're viewing this practice, you do intend to do it at some point with a chair. All right, inhale. Exhale, reach out over that right leg, left leg, over the left leg. Again, stopping with the left arm on the chair back so that I can focus on moving that left hip crease away from the chair back and creating more space in my left side waist. Now I'm going to start to move the left hand down a little lower. Be mindful not to tip the top shoulder forward towards the floor. We're trying to keep the torso in alignment with the lower body. Do what feels comfortable with your neck. If it feels best to look down, you can do that. And you could just start to slowly turn the head and neck and stop at a place that feels like you can stay there without any compression in the neck. Feel your strong feet beneath you. Firm up the muscles of those thighs. Exhale. On the inhale, reach through the top arm and come out. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. For this one, we'll bring that chair in front. Step the feet nice and wide apart. It's nice to have the chair because it helps with your balance too. If you're having one of those days where your balance is just a little off, having a chair is a great way to practice. So I've turned the right leg out 90 degrees, just like in triangle pose. Keeping the shoulders over the hips this time. I'm going to watch the right knee. Make sure that it tracks with the right ankle. Watching the right knee, watching it, paying attention. Sometimes the knee is a little sneaky if we're not paying attention, and it will go in or out. We just want it to stack straight atop of the ankle. Now, why is the chair here? Well, one thing, as I mentioned, it helps when your balance feels a little off. But we're going to use it for pressing down. And as I press down onto this chair back, I can lower the shoulder blades down and feel the heart space lift. One at a time. Take the arms out to the sides to complete the pose. Then maybe take your gaze over the right fingertips. Briefly remember how it felt to press on that chair back and drop those shoulder blades down the back, lift the heart. Feel the strong feet beneath you, your strong legs. Reaching up through the fingertips and lengthening through the crown of the head. Straighten the front knee. Whoo! Turn the feet to parallel and let's switch sides. Turning that left leg out. Bend the left knee. Stopping when it gets over the left ankle. Shoulders over the hips. Press down into the chair. Shoulder blades go down. Heart lifts. Then take your time to establish your balance. Feel those firm feet grounded in gratitude beneath you. Strong legs, and then lift the arms. But you've always got that chair there if you need it for support. All right, let's straighten that left knee. Turn that foot to the front. Step the feet together. Pause and feel. One more standing pose. It's called Goddess Pose. Step the feet nice and wide apart. I like to say this is the yogi's way of tricking the students into doing a squat. So take the toes and point them out about 45 degrees-ish, or I suppose we could say 45 and 135. Start to bend those knees. You want them to track with the feet. So the knees track with the feet. They don't come in like that, where we're collapsing on that inner arch. So if you need to, bring the feet a little closer and do a smaller bend. Whoa. Press down on the chair, lower those shoulder blades and lift your heart. Let's straighten the knees. I want to give the legs a little break. We're going to do something that is a little challenging for the feet and ankles, but it will help build strength. Off we go. Bend the knees. Lift just the right heel away from the floor. And then place it down. Now the left. And then place it down. You could go back and forth. If your legs start trembling because you've been here too long, straighten the knees. It's not worth it. Straighten the knees, catch your breath. Strength builds over time. All right, let's straighten the knees. Step the feet together. I am grounded in gratitude. Now that we've done some exercises or poses to warm up the legs a little bit, let's go back to the hamstring stretch using the belt. Just observe if we feel any changes. Right leg straightens and come forward. Oh yeah, that made a difference for me. And let's switch sides. Drawing the left toes towards the shin. All right. Well, that was fun, but I think I'm ready for Shavasana. If you want to extend your practice a little bit more, I have another pretty short video using the chair that focuses on the upper body with some shoulder stretches. So feel free to check that one out. So for Shavasana, you can just spread out on the floor and on your back. But I'm going to use the chair to give my legs some support since they worked pretty hard for me. I put a blanket there, it just makes it a little more comfortable under my shins. Oh, sweet Shavasana. Now I see why Hannah does it so often. Just surrender. Feel your body. Feel your breath. If the mind begins to wander, just bring it back to the breath. And it can also be helpful to just begin with the top of the head and work your way down towards your feet. Just relaxing one area at a time, working from the top of the head to the bottoms of your feet. can stay here as long as you like. Or if you're ready to close out this practice with me, start taking deeper breaths. Maybe wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the wrists and ankles. And bend the knees. Bring the feet towards the edge of the chair or place them on the floor and rock your knees from side to side. You can roll over to one side, supporting the head either with your arm or maybe a blanket. Press the hands into the floor and come up to a seated position. I am grounded in gratitude. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.